Hello, I'm Margaret James. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a co-leader for the Work for White Eagle Lodge here in South Africa in KwaZulu-Natal. And today I thought I'd talk about seeking the beauty within. We need to look deep within ourselves and determine exactly what we want to do and not always be a people's pleaser. Our emotions, our desire bodies, and are all part of the mental desire body and not part of the eternal I. It is these feelings and desires that we have to analyze and make sure that we are remaining true to our eternal self. Learning to say no is not being selfish, but being true to your eternal self. Avoid doing things that make other people happy at the expense of your own happiness. An example of this is wanting to be accepted by a group of friends. We will automatically do what they want us to do, like going out and drinking, smoking, whether we don't like it, but yes, we'll go ahead and do it. Eating meat when it really goes against our grain not to eat meat. Those are just a few examples of what we do to be accepted by others. And that's not really right for us. We have to be learned to love ourselves first and in order to be accepted by others, stand up for what we believe as ethically or even soul. We are deep within our soul, we know is right. Morally is where to stand up and be morally stand up and be counted for is takes courage, but at the same time it strengthens the I within. You can become more aware of the I, the God within you, that deep knowledge, and not get caught up in self-doubts and fear. Don't allow the outer mind, the desire mind and the mental mind to rule you. Rather take time, and this is usually done through meditation, contemplation, to get to know your inner self and to recognize really what you know is right, do what you enjoy doing. If you don't want to be part of a group of the group because of their drinking, learn to just say no. You don't have to be sociably accepted to drink. People will start liking you for who you are and not for because you're part of the group. It's like a person that joins bowls and hates bowls, but because they want to be part of that group, so they will do it. I can even talk of myself once. I've never really been a sporty person, although I've enjoyed walking and hiking, but I used to play hockey just to please my dad and really just for the social side of it. I never really enjoyed the sport thoroughly. So there I was being a people's pleaser. Actually, that's about the only time I remember in my life that I did everything to please somebody else and not stand up being true to myself. And yet I know that my dad would have recognized that and said, don't worry, you don't have to, I will love you unconditionally. You don't have to go and play hockey or tennis because I did it. So learning to respect the I within, the soul self, gradually that love will overcome the fears and self-doubt, leading us to a more fulfilled, peaceful and deeper understanding and acceptance of the world around us. So I just think it's very important that we remember that. I'm actually going to post up on my Spirit Whispers too on Facebook, just to outline what I've said on YouTube. The reading I'm going to take, which is part of, it's from Colum's book, Eyes of the Spirit by Colum Haywards, chapter 3, page 59, and it's a reading from Spiritual Unfoldment 3. There are many aspects of yourself which you think you are, but which you are not at all. You know, although you do not always remember, that you are not your body, that your physical body is not the whole you, your clothing or your working tool. You say, I am spirit, I live after my body has been laid aside. There are other aspects of your being too, which survive physical death, but they still are not real you. There are emotions, passions, self-desires, and these belong not to your spirit, but to your mind, to your astral body, your desire body. They are not the real I. They too are transient, and in the end will die away, even as your physical body is laid aside. But beyond and beneath all these, there still remains the I, the Son, daughter of God, the light of your eternal self. You can stand aside from all the facets of the not self and analyze them, but cannot stand aside from the real self, the I, the Son, daughter of God, the light. There within you, the real I, the will, the divine spark, which should control the whole self, but usually souls allow themselves to be bound and ruled by the not I and all the chaos around them. That's taken from Spiritual Unfoldment 3, page 21 to 22. And yes, I think we have covered that anyway when I did the Spiritual Unfoldments, but I was reading Colum's book yesterday and I thought, well, that's something we all have to be aware of, remaining true to the little I and learning to love ourselves in order to love others, and learning to say no, set boundaries, and do what you know is right, and don't allow others to manipulate us into doing things that we know in our heart is not right. Have an awesome day, everybody. It's very hot here in Natal, but and lots of prayers and lights out. You know, this matter in Ukraine and Russia, you can hold the cross of light, the silver cross of light, with a circle of light and a little rose in the middle, and holding it over all troubled areas of Mother Earth, especially the Ukraine and Russia, and pray for the forces of darkness to be stopped or halted by the cross of light. God bless.